We need the humility of little children. Gospel readings and reflections, 25th Sunday in Ordinary Time. First reading. Let us lie in wait for the righteous man, because he is inconvenient to us and opposes our actions. He reproaches us for sins against the law and accuses us of sins against our training. Let us see if his words are true, and let us test what will happen at the end of his life. For if the righteous man is God's son, he will help him and will deliver him from the hand of his adversaries. Let us test him with insult and torture, that we may find out how gentle he is and make trial of his forbearance. Let us condemn him to a shameful death, for according to what he says, he will be protected. Second reading. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder and every vile practice. But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, without uncertainty or insincerity. And the harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. What causes wars and what causes fightings among you? Is it not your passions that are at war in your members? You desire and do not have, so you kill, and you covet and cannot obtain, so you fight and wage war. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask wrongly to spend it on your passions. Gospel reading. They went on from there and passed through Galilee, and he would not have anyone know it, for he was teaching his disciples, saying to them, The Son of Man will be delivered into the hands of men, and they will kill him, and when he is killed, after 3 days he will rise. But they did not understand the saying, and they were afraid to ask him. And they came to Capernaum, and when he was in the house, he asked them, What were you discussing on the way? But they were silent, for on the way they had discussed with one another who was the greatest. And he sat down and called the 12, and he said to them, If anyone would be first, he must be last of all and servant of all. And he took a child and put him in the midst of them, and taking him in his arms, he said to them, Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me, and whoever receives me receives not me, but him who sent me. Reflections. While Jesus was talking about his death and the painful sacrifice he is about to make, his disciples were talking which among them is the greatest. Indeed, while Jesus was thinking about how to save others, his disciples were thinking about elevating themselves. And these are not bad people. But even the disciples have weaknesses that they have yet to overcome. They needed to learn the way of humility. So Jesus helped them learn this by letting them look at a child and telling them that only by receiving God's kingdom like a little child can anyone enter in. We need to leave behind all other things we cling on to, like power, position, and prestige. Instead of focusing on these things, we should focus on Jesus instead. And like a little child, enjoy his presence. Listen to his teachings with our whole hearts and follow him.